Hi, this is Stray Pastor. They released a final trailer for Scream 6. I'm going to see it on Saturday. I'm really pumped for this movie. I did two videos, one on this channel for my predictions about who the killer's going to be, who's going to die, and all that stuff. I put it up on this channel last night. And before that, I did a video on my other channel, Paul's Views and Opinions, on who I think the killer's going to be. So that's my last night, the one that I uploaded last night on this channel is my final verdict. Although I was still kind of iffy on a few things. But if you follow the link in the description box, you can see what my original predictions were. But this is the final trailer. It's only about a minute and 12 seconds, so it's, you know, real quick, and probably just highlights from the other trailers. And Saturday, I'm gonna make a post on my channel too. I'm gonna do a probably a live stream on Saturday night after I come home. I think what I'll do when I come home from the movie, after seeing the movie, I'm going to record my reactions, my review of the movie, then my review with spoilers, and then I'm going to probably do the live stream, and then upload my thoughts after that, I guess. Upload my, upload those videos after the live stream, because I'll probably do a live stream around 9 o'clock to like 10 o'clock or maybe 10:30, depending on how many people tune in to, ask me questions or whatever. And I'll give you my thoughts on the kills and all that stuff and who the killers are and if I was right or wrong or whatever, okay? So, anyway, let's get to it. I'll be right back with my reaction, okay? Let me put my headphones in, okay? Here we go, right? Now, go. Uh-oh.
It's for you.
Uh-oh.
Strange that you and I have never spoken on the phone.
Uh-oh, razor sharp, okay? Change it.
This is long overdue.
Uh-oh. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
What is this place?
A shrine.
Whoa.
Did you miss me?
Whoa.
He's gonna keep coming after us. Maybe he gets to win this time. We've got to lure him in.
Yeah.
Maybe execute him.
Plan. Whoa. Whoa. That's perfect.
Scream.
I hear you're a horror fan.
Whoa.
It's been said.
Everywhere Friday.
Okay. That's cool. See Mindy and Kirby get together. But this does look good from all we've seen there. There was a scene in there where you see Sam holding on to Tara to prevent her from falling, and then it switches, and then you see Sam falling. Okay, those are two different scenes, obviously, because I don't know if that's from the Brown apartment building where Tara, Sam is holding on, looks like she's slipping, Tara is slipping out of her hand, and then it switches to a shot of Sam falling, and I think that's in the theater in the final act when she when she's battling Ghostface and stuff, and I think she falls from the balcony or something. But I don't, Sam's not gonna die. We know that. But this looks really good, really intense, and I can't wait to see who the killers are on this. Hopefully, like I said, a lot of people think that I know there's at least two killers. You know why I think there's at least two killers? Because of that scene. I think I forget it's in the Super Bowl spot or wherever it is, where you see Sam and Tara back to back, and they ask each other, "Are you ready?" And they say, "Yeah," and they're like back to back. And I think there's a ghost face in front of either one of them at that moment. And then you see, and there's another scene in there, and I think that's the same scene that we've seen before, where Chad punches Ghostface, and you see like Ghostface like switches the knife, swings the knife at him, and I don't know if he dodges and then just clocks him. So which kind of doesn't bode well for Chad, because there's another scene where Tara is like screaming, like she says, "Come on, mother effer." Like I think that's the scene where they're back to back and she's screaming at the other Ghostface like, "Come on, you want me, come get me." And then I don't know if he's holding before that happens, if he's holding Chad, like, because maybe, like I said, if there's two Ghostface or something, or maybe even three, and they because Chad is a big guy, and he punches the ghost. It looks like he punches the one Ghostface, and the Ghostface goes flying. But what if he has a partner that sneaks up on him and puts the knife to his throat, and maybe he's doing that in front of Sam and Tara, and then Tara sees him actually slice Chad's throat or something, or stab him in front of her. Because I think they said Chad is supposed to be the heart of the film, and I don't know if him and Tara. And there's a couple of scenes where people think that maybe they're in a relationship, maybe, Sam and Tara. Okay, but except for the one photo I think they showed with her like really close to him, there haven't been any hints in the trailer that they're going together or something. Any like romantic hints or something. Oh, they could be, very well. You never know. But they say he's supposed to be the heart of the film. But this does look scary and looks like the best. And it's a good idea. They moved it away from Woodsboro to New York. And New York, like I said, New York is big. That's why everybody thinks there's going to be more than 2 killers. There can't be just one killer. Got to be at least 2, at least, I think. And I think there is at least 2 because of that face-off I think Sam and Tara's going to have with them. So definitely think there's going to be 2, maybe 3. And a lot of people keep thinking that Henry Cesari, I think that's his name, who's a Canadian actor, who's playing Sam's psychiatrist, who she confesses they think he's like the mastermind. I think for some reason, I think that's, even though that's a good theory, that may not be true, but you never know. That could be a good theory that maybe he's controlling the other 2 ghost faces. Maybe the other 2 ghost faces, maybe he's scheming to write a book, have these 2 other ghost faces go out and do all the dirty work, killing, and then he's going to write a book about it and stuff. And maybe his ultimate plan is that you could be like Jill, once those 2 ghost faces kill off everybody else, that he's going to kill them and then write a book about it and all this stuff. So that could be a basic motivation. But this looks really scary. I like him, Ghostface, calling Gail. That's just, and I think that guy that's behind her is Brooks. I think that's the guy's name. I think he's her bodyguard. I think it's supposed to be his bodyguard. I don't think that's her assistant. It could be, well, it could be her assistant, but I think they said a guy, Brooks, is supposed to be like her bodyguard or something. And it looks like, Ghostface grabs him while Gail is on the, and then tosses him then throws him, either, grabs him and slices, and then throws him through the glass thing. And then, he does the whole knife thing and comes after Gail. And Gail, is talking to him on the phone and says, that's why I'm going to shoot you in the head. And then he, bursts through the thing. And then you do see a shot of Gail, like, laying on the floor, like trying to hold the knife back. Ghostface is trying to stab her, which I don't think they would show that if that's the way she's going to die. I don't think that. So somehow I think she's going to survive that. She may die later. Okay, and I did put her in my predictions, in both my predictions, the earlier one on my other channel and the one on this channel, that I think Gail is going to die, and then that's how they're going to bring Sydney back. But I wouldn't be surprised if they have her survive. Okay, but if she dies, I think that would be dramatic, and people would be. But this does look scary. They said, in the promo there, they said like this is a scary one, really intense, because they're in a big city, and it looks like Ghostface is not. Usually Ghostface sneaks around and waits till you're by yourself, before he attacks people. But it looks like now he's attacking them in groups and in front of other people. Like this Ghostface is not scared, because you think the other Ghostfaces normally they attack, except when they get together, then they don't care how many people in the room. But usually the ghost faces usually attack people when they're by themselves and stuff. And that still may happen in this movie, but it looks like a lot of the attacks are when Ghostface is attacking a group of them. He's not waiting, and that's why. And he says he's something different. That's why a lot of people think the Ghostface is tactical. He's kind of trained. That's how he dodged that shotgun blast and then tucked the shotgun from stabbed the guy and took the shotgun from him. Like he has some kind of military training, which is why people think maybe, or cop training. That's why people think maybe it's either Detective Bailey or maybe even Danny. I think Danny would be a viable suspect, because he's, I think the actor that plays Danny, he's like 5'11", Josh Segura, and you could buy him as like a military trained guy. Him or Ethan's like we don't know that much about Ethan. Okay, and we haven't even heard him say much in any. I don't think they've said anything in any of the trailers. So that's why people, think, a lot of people, he's on people's suspect look automatically. Now watch, he won't be one of the killers. And I know I put him. I think on my final list I put him, Danny, and I think the professor. I think it's the 3 killers. Although I think there's a woman in there. And I would love for one of the women to be a killer. Okay, and I think in my first my other channel called Views and Opinions, I put Bailey, Detective Bailey, and his daughter as the killers, and I think Ethan. I think those are the 3 that I picked as the killers, because I think there's one woman in there somewhere. Okay, and I also was thinking last night when I did my other my final predictions that would be cool if it was 2 women Ghostface. Like, there can be a guy Ghostface, but then 2 women Ghostface, and they're the 2 Ghostfaces that face off against Sam and Tara. Okay, that would be good. And I just thought about that. The actress who plays Detective Bailey's daughter, Quinn, she's 5'7". Yeah, she's 5'7". And Sam, the actress who plays Sam, Melissa Barrera, she's 5'7" too. Okay, and I thought the actress Samara Weaving, who everybody thinks is going to be the first kill, she's only 5'5". Okay, so she's shorter. You know, she obviously everybody's taller than Tara. The actress who plays Tara, Jenny Ortega, is like 5'2", but she's only 5'5". So that's why I thought maybe it'd be her and Quinn. They could be 2 of the ghost faces. That would be those 2, the ghost faces, and maybe the professor as the mastermind, or maybe the father. Although I still don't know. It's really up in the air. Who, like I said, I think my final picks, I picked Danny because I just think the actor, he can play psychos really well. Like, if you watch Arrow season 5, he played a perfect psycho, a normal, seemingly normal guy who was a complete psycho, and he absolutely terrorized Oliver Queen that season, and he was really good at it. So I think I could believe him as a Ghostface, that especially the one in the bodega who dodged that blast and took the shotgun from the guy and shot him. I could buy him doing that. Okay, but a lot of people think Detective Bailey might be, and I think I did it in my Paul's Views and Opinions prediction when I picked Detective Bailey, his daughter Quinn, and I think Ethan. I think I picked those 3, and I thought Danny would be a red herring because that's the potential boyfriend, potential love interest. Although I don't think Sam's going to have any kind of love interest. I think he's just a neighbor and stuff, but I don't think Sam is. Sam is not going, especially after what happened with Richie. She's not going near any guy to be a boyfriend or stuff. But I think fulfills that role, and he could be and he could just be a red herring. And a lot of people thinking that he is, because he's the right age and he played a psycho before in Arrow. So I think a lot of people do think that he could be it, and that's why I picked him ultimately. Although I'd be happy if I'm wrong and he's a good guy and he survives, or he dies. And I would be happy, okay, if they didn't make him be, because it's so blatantly obvious. It's him. You know, the 3 that are so blatantly obvious that are ghost faces are Danny, Ethan, because everybody thinks he's weird because he's quiet, doesn't say much, and Henry Cesare, the psychiatrist for Sam. I think those are the 3 most obvious ghost face. And I may Friday make a final. I may switch my mind depending on how I feel on Friday when I get home from work. I may make a quick final video and say, no, this is my final picks. Because I'm still, even though I made a final thing last night, I'm still hedging. Even right now, I'm talking about it right now, I'm hedging on it. But this does look like an awesome movie. Okay, and this Ghostface is a terror. And like I said, he's attacking people. Not only, he's attacking Gail there with her bodyguard there. So there's 2 people there. But he takes the bodyguard out first, and that's kind of a military thing. So the target is Gail, but he has to take the bodyguard out so he doesn't factor into Ghostface killing her. So that's a tactical thing, something smart and somebody that has a plan. And that thing that he keeps saying, I'm something different. It does kind of make you think that maybe it's somebody with military training or a cop training. That's what people think Detective Bailey or maybe even Danny, maybe he's the right age that he could be like a military guy with military training. Okay, but I think, like I said, I think Danny, Ethan, and the professor is like, and the Sam psychiatrist are like the obvious choices, which makes me think they're probably not going to be. And I still think Danny is kind of a red herring, but I did pick him, Ethan, I think, and the professor is the mastermind. But I may change my mind on Friday. I know that's wacky to do that because I already did a final thing last night on this channel. But I may do a final one and say, this is it. I'm locking in. And then whatever happens when I go see the movie Saturday. I think I may do that, depending on how I feel on Friday when I get home from work, if I decide to do that. But anyway, enough of that. I love that final trailer. Anyway, let me know what you think. I'll leave a link to that trailer in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Also have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. Also have a link to my other channel, Paul's Views and Opinions. You check that out as well. Again, if you go to that channel, you can see my original predictions for Scream. Okay, for Scream 6, Who Dies, Who Lives, and all that stuff. I also have a link down below to my patron. I want to say a special thank you to my patron. His name will appear in this video somewhere. I want to say thank you to him for supporting me. Always have my back. And again, my patron's only $5 a month. I have tons of content on there, tons of unedited content on there. Everything from Marvel TV shows to DC TV shows to Obi-Wan Kenobi, The Book of Boba Fett, The Mandalorian. I have movies on there as well. So follow the link below. I redesigned the banner page. Again, only $5 a month if you want to support me. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel, and I truly appreciate it. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you know when I upload new content to this channel. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long, and take care.